Howdy y'all, tonight I'm going to make a spicy honey garlic chicken. I'm going to be using 3 skinless, boneless chicken breasts, and these are really big. All I'm going to do is maybe do a little butterflying, so I'm going to split them open. And then I am going to sort of marinate them, because I'm not going to marinate them for very long, but I'm going to marinate them in a sauce that I will be making using the stir-fry seasoning mix. This is a powder that I'm going to mix in with 2 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to chop up as fine as I can. I'm going to use a spicy seasoning. You can just use some crushed chili pepper, little flakes with the little seeds if you want. You can just use that, or leave that out if you don't like your food spicy. This is kind of hot and spicy, so but I like that, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to use some honey, soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, and of course some salt and pepper. The amounts that I'm going to use I will let you know in just a bit. It is all pretty much approximate, and it's basically to taste, but this is 3 chicken breasts, so I'm going to make enough to coat them, and then I'm going to put them in a pan with some oil and lightly fry them and let them cook and serve them on a bit of rice. So I'll be back and show you what I do next. Okay, so here I have my little sauce that I'm making, and this is half a cup of soy sauce. And because I use soy sauce, I decided to omit using any salt, because soy sauce is pretty salty already. Okay, half a cup of soy sauce. It has a 1/4 cup of a teriyaki sauce, and I used the one that's a little bit thick. I used 2 tablespoons of honey, and I just sprinkled as many flaked pepper flakes as I wanted in there. And I also put in some grated fresh pepper, black pepper in there. Now I am going to add, I still have to chop up my garlic and the stir-fry seasoning mix. I still have to add that in there. But I also decided that I wanted to put some pineapple juice, because I decided to also make some little veggies on the side. And I wanted to put some chunk pineapple. And this chunk pineapple is in a can. There we go. I took out all the juice, and I measured 3/4 cup of that juice. That's what I'm adding to here. And this is where I was measuring everything, so that's why the juice was a kind of a brown color, because I added the pineapple in there to help me bring out all the teriyaki that I had measured in there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I put in the stir-fry mix, and here's some garlic chopped up as fine as I could, using one hand as always. There we go. Throw all the little bits in there. You want as much as we can get. 2 cloves of garlic, and if you like a lot of garlic, then put some more. And then just mix this up. Now, I'm going to butterfly my chicken. You could cut it into little strips, however you wish. The chicken doesn't matter how you decide to do it, but try to cut it. If it's a really thick piece of chicken breast, like mine are, they're pretty big. Try to slice them so that you have like halves of your chicken breasts, or chop them up, or make little strips so it cooks a little bit faster. That's my only tip right now, is to do that. So it just cooks a little bit faster. You don't have to wait so long for it to cook, and you don't have the honey in here, because it has to have honey. Instead of sugar, I added honey to this little recipe that I've kind of created here right now. And that could burn, so you don't want to be cooking your chicken for too long, or frying your chicken for too long. Add, as I said, cut it up. Okay. Okay, so here I am. I've got my chicken breasts, and I've cut them into little cutlets. So what I did is, the chicken was a big piece like that, and then I started cutting into it to butterfly it, and then I cut them and separate them, and created these little cutlets, as you can see here. Now, instead of taking these little cutlets and dipping them directly into the sauce that I made, I am going to put like a couple of pieces at a time in a bowl like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the sauce over them. And of course, then I will turn them till they're coated. And then I will put them in a fry pan. A little bit of oil. You can use peanut oil, sesame seed oil. You can use sunflower oil. or your whatever vegetable oil you want to use, or extra virgin olive oil, so you don't add any flavor from the olive oil. So make sure you use extra virgin. Now, the reason I'm not dipping the chicken directly into the sauce is because I want some of that sauce left over for the stir-fried vegetables that I'm going to do. So I don't want to contaminate that with any chicken, because obviously my vegetables won't cook as long as the chicken, and I want to make sure that I don't have any contaminants in my vegetables and make sure that everything gets cooked well. Alright, I've got the hot oil in my pan, and I'm going to add my chicken cutlets. I'm going to grab the rest of them and put them in the sauce, and then put them in the pan. Now the chicken will cook on one side for approximately 4 minutes, and then I will turn them over and cook them on the other side for 4 minutes. As you can see, they're nice and thin, so they're not going to take that long to cook, but I have to cook them at least 4 minutes to make sure that they are cooked through. And I will turn them around. In the meantime, I'm also making some rice, just some white rice. I'm steaming it. Woo, watch that. All that steam. What that is 2 cups of water and a cup of rice. So it's always 2 times water, depending on how much rice you're making. I added some rice. I shouldn't have opened it, but I just did to show you, which you really saw nothing but steam. What you do is you bring the water to boil with a little bit of salt, and then add your rice, let it boil a little bit, then turn it down, cover it, and keep it covered for about 10 minutes, and you let it cook. What I'm going to do, because I opened it, is I'm going to add a little bit of water, because I'm afraid a lot of that steam escaped, and that was water that I needed back into my rice. So don't open it, just keep it covered and keep an eye on it. Okay, it has been 8 minutes. The chicken has cooked 4 minutes on each side, and it looks really good. I'm going to pull it out and put it on a little platter, a little bowl here, because all these juices on the bottom that are left over, by the way, I added like a little drizzle of water just to make sure that the honey and the soy sauce and the teriyaki sauce wouldn't burn, because the teriyaki sauce also has sugar, like the honey is sugar. And in that same the same pan, I'm going to lower the temp a little bit. I'm going to pour some frozen veggies, and they're really frozen. My goodness. But they're going to defrost with the steam that's in there. I'm going to pour my frozen vegetables like that. These are some red kidney beans in there, I just noticed. That's okay. It wasn't a stir-fry mix. It's a fiesta mix, but I'm going to stir-fry it. And I think the beans will be yummy in there. So I'm going to let this defrost a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pineapple chunks. It would be nice if I had some cashews or some peanuts to add to that. And the remainder of that soy sauce that I mixed with a teriyaki, my glaze, I guess is what it is, with the stir-fry mix in it. I'm going to pour that in and just let this get really hot, and I'm going to stir-fry it with a low heat, well, low to medium heat. I don't want to have it high because, again, I don't want anything to burn. And my rice is done too. It's really pretty. Now I can open it up. Look at that. Ooh, steam. Turn that off, and I'll be back to serve that for you. And here we go. The final plating are garlic, honey, chicken, served on some white rice, a little bit of stir-fried veggies. The nice thing about these little veggies that I found out, it has some little chickpeas and some edamame beans, and so it gave it that little nutty flavor that I want. Now the rice is just a steamed rice, steamed white rice. You could let this cool off, store it away, and maybe stir-fry it in a little bit of oil, add some soy and teriyaki sauce if you wish. You could just add whatever seasonings you want. Some lemon zest would be nice to make a lemon and garlic rice. A little bit of garlic and some lemon zest would be yummy. This is just plain, my chicken and my veggies with the little glaze is going to flavor my rice, so I think that's just fine. And I'm going to taste this next. Okay, so I'm going to get some of this little bit of chicken, a little bit of rice, a little piece of veggie in there, or pineapple, how about that? Little pineapple. Well, that doesn't want to come up, does it? Okay, here we go. Mmm. Oh my gosh. This is really good. Let me get any rice. And it's perfect. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please leave your comments if you have any ideas on how to make this a little different. Maybe you want to share your recipe. Please like and subscribe and enjoy.